Will Raila Odinga finally succeed in his bid for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya? That's the question which most Kenyans are currently asking. And the answer to that question actually depends on the person you are asking. There are those who strongly believe that Raila Odinga will easily become the next president of the Republic of Kenya in a free and fair contest. And then there is the other group which believe very strongly that Raila Odinga cannot be elected the next president of the Republic of Kenya. That Raila Odinga has lost touch with the ground, his reform credentials are gone, and of course people are now tired with him. So that group believes that Raila Odinga cannot become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. In fact, the same group believes that he's actually being played by President Uhuru Kenyatta. And then there is the third group, which believes that Raila Odinga can easily become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And then there is the third group, which believes that Raila Odinga is likely to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya because the system is now behind him. But can Raila Odinga succeed in becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya? For those who've been following the politics of this country, Raila Odinga has contested for the presidency 4 times. In 1997, he contested. Raila Odinga was number 3. Again, Raila Odinga contested in 2007. And most people believe that Raila Odinga may have actually won that election, but his victory was robbed. And then there is 2013, which Uhuru Kenyatta and the Deputy President William Ruto won. And then there is the 2017 general election, which was also won by the dynamic duo, but was nullified by Justice Maraga. But if you've been following the politics of Raila Odinga and his approach to general elections, his approach in 2007, approach in 2013, and approach in 2017, and his approach today is totally different. And in my view, there's something which is telling me that Raila Odinga has changed his strategy, because for the first time, he's now understanding that the presidency of the Republic of Kenya is not through the votes only. There are several other factors which determines whether you will be elected the president of the Republic of Kenya or not. So today, I want to demonstrate to you guys the 6 pointers that Raila Odinga could actually be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And I don't want to go into so many stories. Let's go straight to the points. Number 1 is the Jubilee Party politics. By the way, what's really happening in Jubilee Party? And who is benefiting when Jubilee is in a mess the way it is today? Raila Odinga is the biggest beneficiary. And why is Raila Odinga the biggest beneficiary? Raila Odinga is the biggest beneficiary because President Uhuru Kenyatta has decided not to support his deputy William Ruto in 2022. So the question is, who will President Uhuru Kenyatta support in 2022? In my own considered opinion, President Uhuru Kenyatta has several options. And one of the options he has at the top is the option of Raila Odinga. President Uhuru Kenyatta is likely to support Raila Odinga for the presidency in 2022. And that's why the president is not willing to allow Jubilee Party to come out as a strong political party. Because a strong Jubilee Party means a strong Deputy President William Ruto. And because of that, something is convincing me that in 2022, Uhuru Kenyatta is going to support Raila Odinga. But we're not going to have Raila Odinga either contesting on Jubilee ticket or even on ODM ticket. I want us just to go to history a bit. In 2002, Mwai Kibaki won through NAC. He again contested in 2007 under PNU. So NAC was discarded. Martha Karua remained with the NAC because Martha Karua was the owner of the NAC. Then we go to 2013. In 2013, President Uhuru Kenyatta contested under the banner of TNA. Remember, Ruto was with URP, so he contested as a TNA presidential candidate. But in 2017, there was no TNA. Uhuru then contested as Jubilee presidential candidate. That tells you one thing. Because again, in 2002, Uhuru was the KANU presidential candidate. So it tells you one thing. That tells you that President Uhuru Kenyatta is not a political party-driven politician. So he can support any other person using any other party as long as his end game is achieved. So I'm sure Uhuru Kenyatta is doing everything he's doing in Jubilee Party at the expense of the Deputy President, with a view of helping Raila Odinga. So that's number one. Number two is the activities at Capitol Hill. Who is Raila Odinga in government? Because today we see a lot of activities at Capitol Hill. Senior government officials are trooping to Capitol Hill to meet Raila Odinga. We see cabinet secretary trooping there. Governors trooping there. That points to you something. That these guys have realized that Raila Odinga has some power, or probably is the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And I remember one of William Ruto's allies, Didmas Baraza, once asked this particular question to Raila Odinga. Who is Raila Odinga?
The President of the Republic of Kenya is aware that is holding a public office. It's not a private property, and as members of Parliament, as a representative of the people of Kimilili constituency, I have a right to ask on behalf of my people for the President, who is my party leader, to clarify the position that Raila Odinga holds in the government of the Republic of Kenya. I heard the President recently saying that we must devise a method of ensuring that the winner doesn't take it all. Does he mean that after the Kenyans have gone into an election to elect the president of their choice, then those who have lost elections must be accommodated? We must be clear about some of the statements which we make as leaders. I know for a fact that we will see a few people saying, I'm speaking as who? I am a member of Parliament, elected by the people of Kimilili constituency, and the principal role of a member of Parliament is to represent these people.
So the mere fact that almost all senior government officials are trooping to Raila Odinga's office for briefing, or even to brief him on other activities, and not at the Deputy President's office, it tells you that Raila Odinga has a say in the current government. So basically, Raila Odinga is being prepared to take over the leadership of this country in 2022. You can agree, you can disagree. But the fact that these senior government officials are trooping to Raila Odinga's office every single day just to meet him and to brief him is a clear pointer that Raila Odinga is probably the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Number three is change in communications strategy. For those who've been following Raila Odinga's politics, Raila Odinga's communication strategy has actually changed a lot. The Raila Odinga we see today and his communications strategy are totally different from the past. And the Raila we knew, or we know, would have been taking this government head on. In fact, today Kenyans are claiming that Raila Odinga anakula, and because when you are eating, you can't talk. Amenyamaza. I don't look at it from that perspective. I'm looking at it from the perspective that Raila Odinga has changed his strategy. And today Raila Odinga has changed his communication strategy. And today his communication strategies are all aligned with the communications structures within the government. Just study Raila Odinga on any other issue. Take, for example, the issue of the 8% VAT which was increased. Raila Odinga stand on the recently passed revenue allocation Look at Raila Odinga's stand today on Justice Maraga. All those stands and several others, the statements he has always issued of late, are actually aligned to those of the government. Previously, Raila Odinga would have taken totally different communications approach. I want you to study Raila Odinga, and before that, listen to President Uhuru Kenyatta saying something before.
And I say this to my brother, and he is my brother, by the way, the leader of the opposition, Bwana Raila Odinga here. And let us work together. If you want to accuse me of something, do it. You are free. But correct me where I'm going wrong and say this is what I should be doing, not taking me back. You know, because when you say that I went to talk about bringing cheap sugar into Kenya, which cheap sugar? Where do you want us to get our shortfall from? I would rather get it from Uganda than from Brazil. I mean, it is logical. And who says it is cheap? Let us work to strengthen our own in this region. Uganda imports $700 million worth of product from Kenya. They do. They only export to us 150 million.
Number 4 is Raila Odinga enhanced security. Take it or leave it. Raila Odinga's security has been enhanced. Last weekend or the other week, Raila Odinga was in Kisumu here. When I was passing through town, I was not aware that he was actually coming. Then I started meeting a lot of police traffic clearing the way somewhere. And I was wondering who is coming to this town. I thought probably the way Uhuru Kenyatta nowadays likes sneaking to town, I thought maybe Uhuru Kenyatta just wanted to pass around town, or he was actually at status, because normally when he's in town, you can always see the traffic police somewhere there. So I was wondering who is coming to this town. Then boom, it was Raila Odinga. Today, Raila Odinga's security has been enhanced and being managed by the state. Compare that to the security of the Deputy President William Ruto. Ruto is entitled to the security of the state. The other day, the 3 guys who were found at Oscar Sudi's residence, the 3 guys who were guarding him, moja amepelekwa Mandera. Another one has been taken to Homa Bay. Another one sijui amepelekwa wapi. These are people who are very close with the Deputy President. They've stayed with the Deputy President for a long time. How do you explain the mere fact that security guards for the Deputy President were found at Oscar Sudi's residence? Then now you go ahead and remove all of them. Because Raila Odinga's security has been enhanced, it's a pointer that Raila Odinga is being prepared for the presidency. If you listen to this video until the end of it, I'm going to explain what happened to Uhuru Kenyatta before these guys actually made him the president. Number 5 is the game of numbers. Politics is a game of numbers. Where do you get the numbers? And how do you explain some of these numbers? Very simple. Numbers are in the servers. Recently, in one of the dailies, they highlighted the numbers and they stated clearly that 2022 general election, the numbers favors Raila Odinga. From political perspective, Raila Odinga has the coast, Raila Odinga has Nyanza, Raila Odinga has Western, Raila Odinga has Northeastern, probably. Then Raila Odinga is going to compete with the Deputy President in Central and in Rift Valley. Uhuru Kenyatta is the king of Central Kenya. Perceptionally, any person who Uhuru Kenyatta is going to support will carry the day in Central Kenya. And that's the biggest war between Uhuru Kenyatta and the Deputy President. Strategically and politically speaking, the Deputy President can defeat Uhuru Kenyatta in Central Kenya, but it's not logical, politically speaking. So Raila Odinga might carry the day in those places. And if Raila Odinga can succeed in winning votes in central Kenya, perceptionally, he's going to be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. So another perception being created is that the deputy president commands support only in Rift Valley. And that's why you see the deputy president is spending his time on crowds to ensure that whenever he's outside there, then an image must be projected that he had the people. Take, for example, the last time the deputy president was in Nairobi. He was somewhere there on a market day in Gikomba. And he followed the market, and the crowd easily came there. So perception has to be created, and the deputy president is well aware of that. And because politics is about game of numbers, perceptionally, Raila Odinga is being prepared for that. And lastly is the system. I don't want to venture much into the system. We know so well that in this country, in any other country, there are people who determine who becomes the president of the Republic of Kenya. All indications are that these guys have embraced Raila Odinga. So Raila Odinga is being prepared. Now let me take you to President Uhuru Kenyatta. Before Saitoti died, Saitoti was still a serious factor. Then after some point, the government started taking control of President Uhuru Kenyatta. His security was enhanced. Uhuru Kenyatta was just a deputy prime minister, just like Musalia Mudavadi. Uhuru Kenyatta's security was enhanced. Before we knew, we started seeing people heading straight to President Uhuru Kenyatta's office. Of course, he was the Minister for Finance. And before we knew, Uhuru Kenyatta communications had been taken over by the same system. And before we knew, Mutai Ngunyi came up with a tyranny of numbers. And before we knew, Uhuru Kenyatta was declared the president of the Republic of Kenya by the system. Raila Odinga is likely to be declared the president of the Republic of Kenya. I'm not saying that Raila Odinga will be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Get me right. I don't know what you think, but that's my thought. And my next video, I want to really dissect what happened at Jubilee Party headquarters, because the deputy president today unveiled another candidate. I want to discuss that candidate. But until that time, have a good day.